up, y'all? It's Mary and Alma, and Olajuwon's acting like a jackass again. Like, subscribe, and comment.
And unless she looks 100% like that off the bat, you're going to talk down to her, you're going to say she's not grown, you're going to say she's lazy. That's what it's coming across as. I would hope that that's not what's actually going on, but as an outsider, that's what it looks like. And I would love for her not to think that.
No,
She's the most important person in your life.
And she knows that. I just feel like...
She knows that.
You know that?
No.
He's just a jerk. She's crying again.
Careful there.
It's just his tone. Like, I feel like someone's beating up on me. So, like, some of the things that he's saying, they're already, like, insecurities that I felt before this process.
So she probably told him all her insecurities.
Yeah, exactly.
Calls out your, like, insecurities.
Calls out your faults.
He's just
such
rude.
an asshole.
Yeah.
And he actually doesn't care. He actually doesn't
He
like
actually
her.
enjoys her crying.
Yeah.
Like, he gets a kick out of it.
Serious,
Narcissist.
yeah.
It makes me feel like I'm not, like I'm not good enough.
Girl, you
Look at him.
You cannot be crying to this man. That's what he wanted. You're giving him what? What are you crying about,
Where's the
Katina?
remote?
Girl,
Where's the remote?
please.
Where's the? You got the remote?
Wipe up those tears. That man don't care for you.
Oh, out. Where is that? Okay, we're gonna address Olajuwon and Katina. Then we're gonna jump back to Lindsay and the not being pleased. But I just thought, like, Dr. Viviana, like, they're sitting there laughing,
As
chuckling.
the man is calling her lazy, I would have just paused it right there. Like,
You're being
okay,
rude.
you're not going to curse her out while I'm sitting here. That's number one. If you're gonna have an effective conversation, let's have an effective conversation.
And don't talk down to her.
And then the other thing too, what are you not doing? Because obviously you're not making her feel safe. So obviously you're not providing for her safety. You're not protecting her from your mouth.
But
you don't. Can I just say this to the women who are out here? Let me say this. You don't. A man doesn't marry you for you to bring anything other than yourself. That's it. You marry. You know why you marry? You don't marry for someone to clean for you. You don't marry for someone to cook for you. You don't marry for someone to give you shelter. You don't marry for any of that stuff. You marry because you want to share your life with someone. You want to share your life with someone, and you think that this is the person who you can move through all the different facets of life for the next 100 years. And that's why you marry. So if you think to yourself, I'm marrying someone who can be with me throughout and who I find peace with and rest with, when you think about that, you think about the characteristics that person is going to have. Someone who's kind, someone who's gentle, someone who's peaceful. You think about all of that. None of that has anything to do with cooking, cleaning, and all this menial task.
It's just stereotypical
It doesn't
BS. That's
even
all he's
have
talking
anything
about.
to do with that. So when you meet a man, and I'm telling women this, when you meet a man, whoever parts his lips, when you ask him, why do you want to marry? And he starts with some rubbish. He starts listing some task. Don't even let him finish the conversation. Don't finish the date. Just know he is not ready for marriage. Because he don't even know what the hell marriage is. And that's Olajuwon. Olajuwon is like this underdeveloped mental case. Like he's a case at this point. A mental case. He has no understanding of what a man is. Because he's not even showing any manly tendencies right here. He's just, I don't know what he's showing.
And also my thing is, I
And
feel like
he's
the
so
reason why...
insecure, like he reeks of insecurity. Because you, look at how he's sitting watching her as she cries. And there's no power in doing that, Olajuwon. If you only knew how you look like right now. There is no power. there is no usurpmanship. None of that. In looking at her like that, in looking at a woman as she's crying, as you're being mean to her, and you not even reaching out to comfort her, right there, that's like your innate manly tendencies are missing. And I wonder what happened to you for that to be snipped. It's like someone cutting off your penis, like castrating you. What happened for you to be that castrated that in the presence of a woman who is crying, that you are unable to innately just reach out to her and just be like, okay, babe, let's
have something to say after
stop
that,
talking
though.
about this
Give
or
me a
whatever.
Calls out your like insecurities.
Girl, Katina, stop crying. You may have your insecurities, but that's something that you have to heal
It just
within
makes me
you.
feel like I'm not like.
He should not make you feel like
I'm not
anything.
good enough.
Look at this insecure boy
It's
sitting
hard
here
for
with
me
his castrated self.
When you're telling me that like, oh, like I'm lazy or like things like that, that's all the echoes that I'm hearing in my mind. So your tone and like the words that you choose, even though it might be your truth, they're also very hard.
They're not his truth. You work from home. He's out there working. You're out there working. When you all come home, you all get together and cook.
What did you hear her just say?
It's my tone. I have to work on my tone.
Oh my
Tell
God.
her, I hear you say that I need to work on
I hear you say I need to work on my tone.
What else?
My demeanor.
What else?
That's really it. That's I heard on that.
And pointing out her faults and insecurities, especially when they're triggers for her, that's not taking care of your wife.
Nope. Not at all. Thank you.
My thing is, I feel like
You're
he's.
my wife. There's gonna be things that are just expected to be done. The same thing with me. I'm your husband. There's things that are expected to be done.
Do you understand you're not taking
Those
care
are
of
big
her?
moments for me where I'm like,
You're not providing for her?
Moments. I don't
They are.
understand.
It's
I
not-
feel like
they are.
I feel like somebody taught you something that is
Wrong.
Make you end
I'm
up
so sick of us
divorced
making
all the
excuses
time.
for grown ass men. What happened to him in his childhood? This man is used to treating women like shit, and he has just carried it into the marriage. That's what he was doing in college before then, and he's still doing it now.
He's insecure.
He's
like
an insecure
shit.
prick, and he gets high off of like disrespecting women.
weakness
That's
of
how he
women.
feels. That's how he feels like a man when he puts a woman in her place, and when he tells her off and degrades her. It makes him feel like a man, because he obviously doesn't feel like a man on his own. It has nothing to do with his upbringing. It has everything to do with him being an asshole.
Cooking and cleaning.
And cooking and cleaning? Are we in the fucking 1940s? Like,
It's not that. It's everything.
No, I'm
It's like-
telling you it is,
I know.
because I'm an expert in this, and I know
I'm saying
what.
about myself though. It's not about the cooking and cleaning.
and my thing is, we're focusing so much on what Katina's not doing that nobody's focusing on what he's not doing. And I think that's how he wants it to be.
And not show that she's ambivalent about our marriage.
Maybe I was expressing it the wrong way. Like, it's frustrating.
He's gonna start
because,
crying. Because Dr. Vivi is
Mom,
not buying
nobody
his BS.
wants him.
Hold on.
uh,
He's gonna start crying. All the time he didn't cry, but he's gonna start crying because Dr. Vivi is not buying his
You
BS.
feel like you're giving
It's
100
another Zach.
Say I.
when I feel like I'm giving myself and I'm not.
I ain't
doing
watching
that.
this jackass cry.
This is like
It's
Zach
tough.
3.0. Man, look.
And I get
Did I say he was about to start crying?
And I express how I feel.
Jackass.
Because
What?
if I don't know how you feel, it's
Huh?
frustrating.
It's not frustrating, it's scary.
It's scary. It's scary. Please open up. The cooking, cleaning.
Now he's saying, please
I
open
have
up.
to do that every day. I point those things out because that's the only way I can kind of bring it to you.
Huh?
You see, I am emotional with this marriage. You can see my frustration.
Oh my
Smiling?
God.
What the
You
fuck
guys-
is
you guys
going
are-
on?
He has just played your
How do
asses.
you feel about what I'm saying, about how he's saying, what he's saying?
Don't smile.
I hear what you're saying, and I am gonna try
I cannot.
There's too
I
much
cannot.
gaslighting going on.
That's too
tell you
much.
what's on my mind, tell you my thoughts. I'm serious when I tell you that I do want to be married to you.
I
That
don't
man-
want
That man did not shed one tear.
Hold on.
anymore. Okay? If you don't share with him, he's not going to know you well enough to be able to say yes to staying together on decision day. Okay?
This is is bullshit. We're so focused on fucking Katina that we're not focusing on how this man is not doing nothing in this marriage to be a husband.
So
that's why he put so much emphasis on Katina. Because he doesn't want nobody to focus on how he is an illiterate and incompetent jackass in this marriage. That's exactly what it is. He's gaslighting even the doctor. We need you to focus on being vulnerable and open up so he can say yes on decision day.
That's why he
that
said to
motherfucker
cry.
should be wondering if you gonna say yes on decision
that's
day.
why
That's how it should be. It don't make a lick of sense. It don't make.
Say this. That's why he started to cry. He started to cry because he knew Dr. Vivian was not buying the BS. So he starts to cry and then he changes it. Now all of a sudden it's not about cooking and cleaning. He says, I just use cooking and cleaning as a way of saying that I need you to be vulnerable. What? And Dr. Vivian fell for that nonsense because he was crying. The crying is a tactic. He only uses that when he's trying to manipulate and he's trying to get people on his side. Zach did the same thing. This is Zach 3.0.
Talk to me.
Oh, here goes the other. Here
Just
goes the
talk
other.
to me.
Just
talk to me.
Gaslighter.
Talk to me.
Like
I'm
Jasmina.
so sick of Jasmina's ass. And look, just talk to me. Why don't you just not be an asswipe and contradicting yourself and contradicting me and talk to me
Michael.
I feel bad for this brother.
Poor Michael.
Understand me, just know I'm not.
Keep
I'm
hope
not
alive.
you know what I'm saying? Really, I want you to know that it's not you against me. Does that make sense?
What is that?
Is there anything you have been? Is there anything you have been embarrassed to tell me? Why were you embarrassed? I could give you something from high school.
The question was for him, not you.
Let her talk.
Yeah, because she never talks, I guess.
Like the new students,
No,
specifically
it's not
the
that.
girls.
It's just.
So this girl was like, "You finished your period?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" So she's like walking behind me, so nobody sees. And as I'm walking to the bathroom, she like moves her bag, right? And so I like cover really quickly, and I like sit on the ground. I'm like screaming. I'm like, "Oh my god!" Because I don't want nobody to see it. But it was a joke. It was a prank. But I was very embarrassed in that moment because like everybody caught it around me and was like laughing, and they were like, "Got you."
Well, you're pissed after.
I needed a moment.
I was very upset when that happened to me. Something like that happened to me in school. And
How'd
the
you
kids
get
were
a
laughing. I
people
was
story?
very upset.
Yo, you're a bully.
I was very upset and very embarrassed.
It's a shame because it's a man's world. If
There
that
was a
happened to
lot
a
of
man,
shame.
nobody would be laughing. But because it's a woman and I don't want to go into
I'm surprised. He was very sensitive to ask, how did you feel about that? Were you upset?
That's what they call it.
Because she's like, oh no, I was just seeing I needed a moment. But she didn't really go deep into how she felt.
You know, like when you
I'm
were
sure
a
he
kid,
was thinking like, I'll be horrified. As he said, were you upset?
stories.
He's like, oh, I need a moment. But she didn't really go deep. Anyway, Jasmina.
that's my issue with her. She's not vulnerable
Yeah,
and
I
she's
ain't got
just a
time for
brick
Jasmine,
wall.
you know.
I don't really like
Wait
her.
till the story's over.
No, she didn't.
I'm like, miss? And she's just like, Mike, stop being disruptive. So I'm like, okay, I got something for you. So imagine the pee just spreading and all the kids are like standing on the chair, standing on the table, like, oh, Mike's pee people, Mike pee people. So, and that's funny. All right. So your partner, what your favorite physical feature is about them and why?
I like your arms.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. What did she like?
Her
I'll
smile.
say it's my official.
Let's see. I don't think he's feeling the vibe.
He's not really feeling her.
No,
Not
I
anymore.
think he can feel that she's not feeling him. Like,
Yeah, that's why there's a little bit of hesitance with him.
He's putting up a wall now, I think.
Yeah.
Would you like something to drink?
We have coffee if you want some.
I am great.
Good?
Really good, yeah. Thank you. Welcome. So I'm here mainly to talk about trust and intimacy and connection. It sounds like y'all have created a pretty good bond so far, like right off the bat.
So I think we've done a pretty good job so far.
We have a great physical connection. communication. We hold hands a lot, we cuddle a lot, and I feel like we definitely communicate through that. You know.
And I heard that y'all have been enjoying each other.
Yeah, we've had a great time together.
Okay, great. Do y'all talk about it amongst each other? Like, do y'all have that kind of trust with each other where you can talk about intimacy and your needs and what's going well, what's maybe needs to change a little bit as you get to know each other?
I think for me, I'm still at the point where I'm still getting comfortable with him.
That carries over to other places as well. Like, you know, one other thing that happens when we're having issues, sometimes it's hard for her to verbalize how she feels.
When I get upset, I have a tendency to shut down.
Which is super scary, I'm sure, for him.
For him, yeah. So our last disagreement, I was really upset and I didn't say a word to him.
What's going on internally for you when you've shut down and you need that space?
I, in the past, have lashed out at like partners, and I think I am so angry that I will just say things to just hurt them. If whatever I can think of, I'll just say, and I don't want to say anything to him that I can't take back.
What did you learn about his feelings for you in all of this?
That he loves me? Did he say he loves her?
I didn't realize how badly I hurt him by leaving the way that I did.
Do you think maybe you could talk to each other?
Is she turning around or no?
It just kind of broke my heart to see you hurt like that.
Aww.
So, I mean, I know it's something obviously I need to work on. But I just don't ever want to put you in that situation again, but also recognizing that I can't do it overnight. It's gonna take a lot for me to get to a place where I can actually verbalize it without being destructive.
I know that it's not going to be easier overnight. It's going to be challenging for both of us. But something has to change because this isn't sustainable the way it is.
What happened?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't know how you went from I love you to this is not sustainable.
Where's the remotes again?
Katina and Olajuwon have been missing that spark all season long. On tonight's risque episode, did whips and spankings like their fight?
What's this?
Special guests are here to dish on the naughtiest married at first sight yet. Don't miss After Party next, only on Lifetime.
Where's the remotes?
I don't know. Maybe you sat on it. Maybe just turn that.
So my thing is, Jasmine was really kind of crude. Quite crude. When she was my beep isn't getting wet for you if I don't have any emotional connection.
Yeah.
And then, of course, my thing with Dr. Viviana is...
And right away, Michael had bags on his
And that man, instantly grew bags. This
right
whole time, his skin has been nice and tight. Them things was sagging, honey.
As soon as she said that.
He was just like he just looked up, free me from this prison.
That's why I want to say, please free Katina and Michael.
For real. Olajuwon, like you said, Olajuwon and Jasmina, they should have been together. That's exactly who he needed.
That's what
the way she would have dealt with his asshole.
Yeah, cursed him out.
Yes. So...
For sure.
Yeah, I just didn't like the fact that Dr. Viviana was like, oh, Lindsay, you need
fell.
not to be so rude.
It's
Really? That was not even the iceberg. That wasn't even as bad as I thought.
No.
But where was that same energy with Olajuwon? Where he was being so rude, and then Jasmina just coming out the blue, my vagina getting wet for you. In front of a doctor. So crude. This my best friend or something.
That energy wasn't there. She and Pastor Kala like that. They have their little energy for certain people.
Yeah.
They keep their energy for certain people.
I forgot what I was going to say. But I just thought it was just weird. I'm just confused. She's like, Oh, because the thing is, you have already accused this guy of being aggressive, of his tone being disrespectful. How the F do you want him to actually communicate with you?
Ever.
Because then you go and lie to... You're going to woo this... I don't want to see...
Hi.
You want to woo this...
Guess what this is?
Movie night.
Yeah.
I don't want to say something on this thing. I got to come at it.
Hey, wow.
When we first moved in
You
here,
have-
I noticed you
This
kept
man's
saying, like,
surprised that you have to woo
mention,
him.
like, movie night, movie night. And then I feel like we tried a couple of times, but you work and you get home late, and then we tried to watch something, and we would fall asleep. So I was like, you know what? What's something
I'm gonna
that I remember
vomit.
you kept saying like repetitively, and it was a movie night. You don't really go out. I'm the going out person. So I figured let's like have a relaxing night in and do a movie night together.
Man, I haven't been to a movie theater since COVID, so this is like perfect.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
So we can have a night in together.
We turning up on my type of nut time now?
Yes, and I know you were like, oh, I gotta stop eating the candy, but this is the one time I had to pull out all the candy.
This is perfect. I'm shocked. I wouldn't have thought you would have thought of that. Like, every time we talk about going out, it's like out.
Mm-hmm.
This is my type of going out, so this really means a lot to me. It really takes my breath, because I mean, you actually listen.
That was a dig. I didn't think that you would have thought of that,
'Cause I
like
don't
she
care
was
about
dumb
like,
or
you know,
something.
Like who I'm with, that makes a moment.
Oh, he said that makes a woman.
Thank you.
Welcome.
That makes a woman. The popcorn and the candy on the table. Oh, and now he's gonna look at her bottom.
I'm definitely happy. I'm happy I got to see this side of you and see that you can hear me, even at my worst moments.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that I mean well. For real.
Yeah, of course. You have a big heart. You're really a softie on the inside. All that hard stuff. You soft.
Soft for you, soft for you, for real.
I'm happy. I can't stop smiling that I really brought
I have to
encouragement.
stay over
Just
here.
knowing that
I
hit
can't.
something right on
I
the
cannot.
nail for
I
me that
at
he
this
was, like,
point,
actually
you know,
enjoyed. That was
Katina.
the best part.
You are
Just knowing
pathetic,
that I got it right.
and I don't even know.
You could be yourself. I could be myself.
I mean,
like,
Free
wants a
yourself.
man.
Free yourself from the shackles of this jackass illiterate.
She wants her man, you
I
know?
could drink juice.
How desperate do we as women have to be to get the scrapings of men at the bottom of trash
He holds
cans?
it down as a husband.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool for me. Like, this is nice. This is nice. I feel like I got so much off my shoulder, and it's nice that you can take control. It's like a whole new beginning. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Seriously. You're showing emotions through your actions. This is what I was talking about.
Oh, he's throwing emotions through her actions. I guess the crying wasn't showing emotions.
You know what?
But it's through the action of the
Mom,
popcorn and the candy.
Mom, no.
He's seeing that emotion.
No, my thing is, he wants to focus so much on what she's doing that let's not even address how I'm being an asshole and I'm not being the right husband.
Yes.
We're going to focus on everything that you're not doing so you don't have to come and talk to me about how I'm being a dick.
Sensitive sense washes work
I mean, hey, oh,
female scientists using skin-friendly septic.
like,
Yeah,
I'm so annoyed. Like, you have to woo this mother effer? This mother chucker? He's the prize?
apparently he feels that way. And she feels that way too. You know what this reminds me of? Remember
And she
when...
was so happy, like,
Oh, she was
like
so
she was
happy.
smiling
Oh my
like a little
goodness.
girl, like she made daddy happy.
Yikes. That was a...
No, because the way he
I
talks
was-
to her is
yeah.
like not even like a parent, because parents shouldn't talk to their kids like that, but just talking down to her as if she's his subordinate,
Yeah.
like he's the boss or some
Well,
crazy
no, this thinks
shit
he's
like
the
that.
boss of her. Anywho,
I just
You know
can't.
what,
I'm so pissed. Like I don't even want to say what's on my mind because
Mm.
all the cuss words come out my
Yeah.
mouth, and you
yeah,
guys
that's why I leaned over this way, because I have nothing to say. I've already said everything I need to say about Katina Lashua. We're gonna have to go to somebody else, but I want to say before we go to somebody else, you know what this reminds me of? Remember when Michaela, after the decision day, and Zach had said no, and Michaela had said yes.
and she was sitting at
And
the
then
table.
he said, right, and he said, you know, we can now date, right? And she was good with that. And they get to the table, and they start explaining the rubbish to everybody else, and everybody else is like, and then she goes right before he can even talk. She stops him. She's gonna explain. She's like, it doesn't matter what you all think.
The white lady
It is all about what we are thinking and how we are feeling and blah 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 blah.
But no, check this out though.
And
but
that's
the white
what
lady
matters.
was looking at it, and I'm sure she's like, "This girl crazy as shit, and he crazier than her."
What,
but
the
you
one
know
with
what?
the red hair?
Yes, but she said, "I'm not gonna say nothing because I can't tell none of these fools nothing."
No,
so
she
what I'm
turned
gonna
to
say
her-
is,
Yes.
so what I'm gonna say is that it don't even have to make sense to us. It just gotta make sense to y'all.
Yes, she surely did. As
Because
long
I
as
know
it makes
she was
sense to
looking
you,
like, she's like, this girl's so far gone.
Exactly.
If after all the way he treated you and you still want to date and have sex, I can't save you. I ain't got nothing to say to you.
As
It ain't
long
gotta
as it
make
makes
sense
sense
to
to
us,
you.
but it gotta make sense to you.
Yes.
That's all that matters. She knew she couldn't be saved.
And
That's why she didn't say nothing.
and that's where I am with Katina. After this fiasco, I'm just like, okay.
You can't save
what's
her.
the next one? So we've already talked about Jasmine.
Let's talk about we
and
need to talk about
Michael.
Jasmine and Michael again. She is the reason why the communication is so fucked up.
Yeah.
He said let's journal so we can get it all out. You're here talking about let's say we're done. Who wants to say we're done? That's so condescending.
I don't need to
it's like,
journal, but if you need to journal, you can journal and bring your journal to me.
Are
as
you
though-
done?
Look,
Are you done?
Oh my goodness!
Like who wants to do that in a conversation? Are you done? Oh yeah. Well, this is what I was saying because I feel like you're not understanding the journaling. That's why he said let's journal. You think grown ass people want to sit down and have to write out a whole fucking essay to talk about how they're feeling? No one wants to do that. But he wants to be able to talk to her effectively because you keep on running off and interrupting me and being condescending and being just a jackass. So
Jasmina, you
are the problem. You are not ready for marriage. Free yourself, Michael. Free yourself. I'm gonna call the police to get you out there.
Her way of
too much.
being is so odd. I don't
It's
know
so weird.
how you will even have a friend. I'm not even talking about a guy. Let's just talk about friendships. I don't know who remains your friend. If that's how you are, anyway.
You would not be my friend.
Oh, child. I guess everybody, they like different things.
Somebody needs to escort him out of that house because free
cannot.
yourself, brother. But even he's starting to have a wall up too when it comes
I
to
think
her.
now he just has a wall. He just has a wall, and I think he's just
Because
just
you're
hoping and
just so
praying. I
it's
think
just
that's
so
what he is.
unattractive the way you are, the
Yeah.
way you communicate, the way you act, your condescending tone,
Yeah.
and the way you be gaslighting his ass.
Yeah.
If you don't like him, just say that.
Yeah.
But don't be here just being an A-wipe this whole way through. Like,
She's determined.
she's so stubborn.
It's not
like,
even
girl,
let's just.
I can't.
I ain't got time for Jasmina. It's just too much. What is she doing?
I just love a good Nerf gun fight. I think I loved a Nerf gun fight since I was a
First
kid.
one shot rubs the others.
It's a great way to get out some aggression and tension when things are stressing you out. And another great way
Maybe
to
he
have
does
some
not
fun.
want to do Nerf gun as soon as he walked in the house.
What? There's a better weapon hidden. Good luck, the wife.
And I feel like he needs to let loose a little bit.
I don't know how to use this thing.
I'm gonna win. I don't take loss as an option.
He was correct. She got a whole thing.
That was hilarious. Why she got herself the big gun and gave him the tiny gun?
I think she really might try and kill me.
Oh, he got a big gun too.
That was too funny.
She sprayed him with the water bottle.
She's pretty serious. I mean, this is like not even a game. This is like, I'm gonna shoot you.
Time out.
It's nice to come home and have a playful night of fun and Nerf fights and just enjoy each other's company.
Oh no.
Oh, I saw something with penis.
I saw a penis. Oh, they got. gag balls and fetish stuff up in here. Why is I don't get why. Anyway, I guess it's something fun for them to do, but I don't get like you don't have to spice up your sex life by doing BDSM. Like you said, it's violence.
Yeah. Well, let me see.
It was a gag ball up in there.
Let me see.
Let a man bring that to me. I'll be gone so quick.
Have some fun this week and enjoy the goodies.
Enjoy the goodies.
You can read it.
The point of this game is for Lindsay to always listen to Mark and stop talking first. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was like, that would have been rude.
This game is to deepen your connection without speaking. That's great. Silence is good for me because sometimes there's so much going on that I like a little quiet time. I think with intimacy, I like it soft and romantic and not so.
Well, we know that's not true because you got yourself off and then you were done. Or I'm gonna go
I know.
pee and shower.
And
Just
go
sit
to
your
the
ass down.
gym.
I know. I like it soft and romantic. That wasn't soft and romantic. That sounded like a quick
Or
five,
having sex for
five
3
two
times.
pumps
Look,
and then you were
having sex
gone.
3 times
A
in
day.
1 day, and then telling her that
We need to slow down. You're too much.
You're all the way here. I need to be down here, Mark. Please.
You're so full of
Not so much something that
gaslighting.
is for me, but it's my wife and.
She's not the one who brought it, though. Talk about it's his wife. She didn't bring it. They're, the experts brought
What you
it.
do, you get married, you get real adventurous and silly.
Real.
Oh my god.
I can't read this down. Okay. Easy, you ever break a tooth? Okay.
Open your mouth.
I'm gonna choke.
No, open your mouth. It goes in there. It's a ball gag. It goes in your
I'm
mouth.
gonna gag and choke.
Mark looks like a pig in a Polynesian buffet that did not quite get the apple stuffed in his mouth.
Not a pig in a buffet.
This isn't happening.
You're all about that.
He said she's all about that. I can't. Okay. I can't. Cute.
Try on their candy treats. Candy underwear for who?
A Mark probably.
Why are you embarrassing this man like this, Lindsay?
There you go.
They're the one. Is the people who bought the stuff for them.
I'm going to be mentally and emotionally scarred for life.
That's one of the things that attracts me to Mark most is the fact that
Look into your spouse's eyes for 30 seconds.
But I want what I had from Mark on the honeymoon and on our wedding night. I want him to like dive in.
Thank God she took that thing out of her mouth. She put it back here.
Okay, I see. We gotta watch something else. I ain't got time for this.
No! Oh, wait a second! No!
Okay. Too much.
My chest hurts. Oh my God.
She's taking pleasure in my uncomfortable.
Oh my God. Mom can't deal with anything coming from the mouth. Saliva to be specific.
Yeah, anyway, let's move right
Mom
on.
checked out after
Let's
that.
just, yeah, let's just move right on.
But I thought it was funny to loosen stuff up, even if they don't use
I
it in the
think so.
bedroom.
Yeah,
I thought it was funny.
yeah.
And then she took a picture of him, and she said, "Let's show the grandkids" or something like that. Which, let's not do that.
Yeah.
But I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was very kind of cute.
Well, it was
And
nice
loosen
that
them
he
up.
loosened up too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, so I
That was
think those were nice.
interesting.
I'm really interested. I really feel like if Jasmina and Michael did it, I feel like Jasmina would put a stop to it, and she would just be a buzzkill. But I don't even think Michael would really want to do that. He might.
No, because he's gonna be so afraid
to
for
do
her
anything.
to say, "Oh, he put this on me really hard." You know, like
You know what I'm saying?
it's just she
Because
has
now
just
the man
ruined
feels
it. I'm sorry.
Now
At
the
this
man feels
point-
vulnerable because what if you go and accuse me of some stuff, and then she went and lied on him and said that
Lied.
he even said he was aggressive. He said, "I
Lying.
never said that word."
Lying.
Oh, so now I'm a
Lying.
liar.
Yes. actually,
Yeah,
because
you is a
know
liar.
You are
You is a liar.
Mhm.
Fire, hands on fire. But yeah, so I think Michael is going to be a hard no for Michael, and
Yeah.
it's very unfortunate.
And
They
hopefully
should have
it
paired
is.
Jasmina with Olajuwon's crazy ass.
Yes.
She would have had him straight.
Yes.
I think
and
Katina
give
and
Katina
Michael-
to Michael, yes. Because they would have been. Katina is just, she's laid back.
She's laid
Olajuwon
back.
said he's laid back, but he's not. He's the least laid back MFer I've ever seen.
MFer I've ever seen.
He's not laid back. I can't even talk about it. Okay, let's just move on.
Yeah, when I think about this man, I just want to punch him. Like, for real. Like, it's just too much. Like, I don't know who I hated more, Zach or Olajuwon.
Olajuwon said Zach 3.0. He took all
Yeah.
the playbook. He took the playbook. So it's
Like,
kinda
at least with
we
Zach, I
already
was
know.
confused. Like, I wasn't really sure. But with Olajuwon, he just be showing his ass to the whole world. And it's like, what can I do with that? Cooking and
No,
cleaning.
Zach, we weren't sure because this was the first time we had known about all of his little crying and stuff. But now, yeah,
We're all hypersensitive.
yeah, we know how that manipulation goes. Anywho, who else did we have to talk about? We have to talk about Lindsay and Mark. Well, we just did.
Yeah.
They're having fun. How about Noah? We need to talk about Noah. And
I'm very confused how they went from "I love you" to "this might not even work."
yeah,
and
he's
my
like,
thing
it's not
is-
gonna suffice or something. I wonder if they had another fight
Probably
because she was saying that
she was actually crying.
yeah, she was
She's
saying
like, I was really hurt that I hurt him.
yeah, that like I cannot control myself. I get upset or whatever.
And there's nothing wrong with walking away because it's better that you cuss him out or say that his weenie little and you can't take it back.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they think.
Winnie was little.
I'm just saying. I'm
Oh.
just giving an example. If you say something really messed up,
Yeah.
then it's like the whole sex life. It's like,
Yeah.
well,
Well,
do you
she's-
even enjoy it?
Yeah, she said that she doesn't in her.
She's
past,
used to being really disrespectful and saying whatever just to
when
make
she
them
gets
upset.
Yeah.
So I actually think
This
I
time
prefer
she
her.
walks away.
Yeah.
Or does not say anything, which I think is good for her not to say anything.
Absolutely. Until she learns how to.
I don't completely trust the guy that he really loves her. I don't know. It's just something that's off to me.
The fact that he ain't got no job.
I don't know
No,
if he likes her completely like that, but we'll see though.
Yeah.
My whole thing is now they asked her, they say, if you guys already have savings, will you be okay with him being at home? And she said no.
Why would
She
I be
wants
okay
him
with
out
that
there
as a
working.
woman? Why would I be okay with you being a stay-at-home dad when I'm out there working? And then we have to be on a fixed income. My thing is not
What if
everybody
it's not a fixed income? I think she
because
needs
we're
to
living
know,
off our savings. It is a fixed income.
but she needs to know how much does this man actually have, because he has not worked for a whole year. So how much does he have? Does he have investment?
But my
Does he
thing
just
is what
take-
he was saying though is he said, but has it been a burden for you? So my thing is he's really talking about 50-50 where I take care of myself and you take care of yourself, but I won't burden you with my bills. That's my issue though.
Okay.
I think she wants to be with somebody who is a provider because she
Yeah.
hates her job.
Yeah.
She should just come out and say, hey, I want a provider. Get your ass to work. I want to be able to be home. And he was like, oh, if I
It
go
doesn't
work,
sound
then
like
I'm going to
she
be
wants-
cooking and
yeah.
I'm going to be cleaning. The house is going to be tidy. She really doesn't care about all that
It doesn't
because
look
you
as
aren't
though she
working.
wants to stay home though, because she said her parents worked. I think she just wants him working, like you said. She
She
doesn't
wants him
want-
working, but she probably wants him to contribute more than she does.
Yeah.
Like, let it be 70-30.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's what I'm thinking.
what is this thing called that they do? The
I don't know. I
Okay.
think it's aerobics or something. I have paint on my nose.
Oh, okay.
But-
I know I saw paint on.
Yeah, I was
your-
painting
yeah.
earlier. But yeah, that's my thing. So,
What is this called?
I don't know. I've always wanted to do something like that. It sounds fun.
She said it. She fell. Obviously, she's done this before.
I know, it can be a little awkward, but if you need to ground it, I'm not flexible enough for this.
Christina said
to be more flexible for a young person. Girl, okay, Katina, sit down before you hurt yourself.
It's like a hammock though, really fun.
This is my idea of fun. That movie is hoping. That's a little movie, you do. Okay, I want to come up. I need help.
This is not around. This meetup is going really well. I think Katina is just not rude a good thing. We're getting along well. I don't really want to say anything. And
I know.
Progress now that we've trimmed the fat.
Yeah. Good for you,
Good
Lindsay.
for you, Lindsay. Yeah.
That one butterfly move where we were like upside down, legs open, it did it for me. Like I probably broke my coochie. If you're gonna lie. Yeah. I probably won't do it again. No.
And good job, and congratulations on your first time being upside down multiple times.
Thank you.
So guys, I got some big news. I dropped the L word. I told her I loved it.
How did she take you saying that?
She got up and ran down. No, I'm just kidding. She took it. She was shocked for a minute. And she kind of looked at me and she's like, and then she's like, I love you too. Like,
Something not genuine there with Steve.
But luckily she came back with that. Thanks, man.
I think when she walked out that door, I think that was a turning point for him.
I have to say I love you. Let her know. But she still wants him to work. Oh.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Why I gotta be out here suffering? You gotta be at home living the good life. I don't think so. We both gonna suffer together.
I've skated before, so as expected, I'm not the greatest at ice hockey.
Look at Michael walking on the ice. He's like, hold
That is too funny.
Who was that?
Why are you guys falling on the floor like this? Nobody has.
Mom, it's very hard to ice skate. It's super hard. You have the base of your feet have to be like this. Like literally leaning on the skates. I had like
Great, dang! They don't know how. Oh man.
I have oh my god, this is embarrassing. Look at him right Michael said I ain't gonna be skating nothing. I'm gonna walk like a regular person. I had blisters on my foot for weeks. Like, remember I was in a cotillion and we had to go ice skating? And it was my first time.
Probably you didn't have the right shoes.
No, I did, but it's just I didn't know how to, so my feet were like this the whole, you know, they're supposed to be up. I was like leaning like this the whole time.
Oh, wow.
I think Steve and I are too comfortable around each other.
I thought you say you weren't that comfortable around him. Now you're comfortable with him?
You said the outfit was too comfortable.
We were like having our problems, and I'm like, honestly, our problem started because of you and your mouth. And I feel like I'm the one that's talking to you, reaching out to you, chasing you.
Guys, they never like think.
Chasing you.
There's nothing I miss about dating. I like living with someone. I like waking up to someone. Like I'm enjoying everything, but at the same time, I'm also taking it day by day. So I'm not letting myself getting lost in like the fairy tale.
Girl, you are.
I'm still realistic, but I don't miss dating.
But you don't want to not be out there dating again.
I've had some fun.
With dating.
Yeah.
So you miss the chase.
Yeah, man, I miss being wooed. I've dated some established men and some older men who like really got together and are ready to like woo a woman, and I like to be wooed. The type of men that approach me are big fish, but they don't necessarily have the qualities I want when it comes to a husband. And I think I could very easily have that with Mark, and I'd love to have that with Mark, but I'm not willing to give up all of that woo. You gotta give me some, okay? Son, at least he's having sex with me again and I'm getting my orgasm, so it does wonders for my attitude.
these last 4 weeks? What is it finished highest and what is it finished
At least she's
lowest?
having her orgasm, she
It's
said.
like touch and go each week. I feel like. As
As
far
she
as,
said,
like,
yes, small
effort
balls.
on things that
I
she's
don't
done
know
for
how
me,
much I trust that.
I'd say she's like a 9 or like a 10 because she's done so many nice things for me. As far as like doing things and cleaning the house, taking the cats, but listening to me and how I need her to relax a little bit on some things, I give her like a 6 because that's not where I want it to be for me.
I would say last week you guys seen my energy. I was dead. I was at like a 4 out of 10. It was low. But this week I feel like, you know, I'm an 8 out of 10. And that's really high. This just means you're going through moods and swings.
So there was never a time when you felt like a 1 or a 0?
1 and 0, if I hit that low, I'm giving up.
Yeah, I've definitely had a time where I was like maybe like a 2 or a 1, just because things are so tough. And I'm just like, if we're having this much issues this early on, like how are we gonna get out of this? I mean, my parents were never married, so I never really had my own like idea of what marriage looks like. So I
But
knew I
he's
was
so
going into
calm.
it,
That's what I
like,
like
creating
about
my own
Michael.
idea of what
You
marriage
know?
is. But even with that, I didn't think it'd be this difficult this early on.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate your marriage?
I think maybe like a 7.
I thought you meant 4.
Because we had a lot of great conversations, and so I think until things start moving.
Y'all have a great
we're
conversation,
doing
but you say
everything
y'all
that
can't have
we're
an
doing,
adult
then that rate will be
conversation.
higher, but
Which one is it, Michael?
I can't think she'll say anything higher than a 7.
I don't even feel comfortable giving us a reading, to be honest. So I'm just not gonna do it.
I think that's fair.
We're just working on our marriage, and that's just that.
What number do you need to get at for decision day to say yes? In your head. You gotta be a 10? Or you wanna go yes on an 8?
Would I go yes on an 8? I'll go yes on an 8.
Okay.
But I just feel like because our first month has just been no communication at all, that our last month together would have to be pretty reason for me to say yes on decision day because we just lost a whole
Girl,
month.
you ain't no damn prize. I'll be shocked if he says yes to you with your crazy ass.
The last 3 weeks until
Excuse
we had a
me.
breakthrough and understood how to communicate. And it hurts my feelings when he says that because I'm like, we didn't lose 3 weeks. I learned so much in those 3 weeks.
And the difference is I didn't like
Because you choose not to learn shit, Jasmina.
changes.
You're just stubborn.
To the next.
You refuse to see your own faults.
Prepare and switch.
And you think you're like some surprise. You pretty, but I mean, you ain't pretty enough to be having the attitude and being rude all the damn time. She aight. But it's just too much.
Yeah. Because after all that attitude and then the line, just whatever beauty
Like that
she
is
has
somebody
for me,
who will
that's just
seriously
out the
accuse
window.
you of some shit.
Yep.
And then say that you agreed with them and then lie.
Mhm.
That's why Michael is like this.
Yep.
Let me not say nothing or do nothing before she come accuse me of some wahala.
Yeah.
So it's actually too much, and I feel really sorry for him.
Yeah. But anywho, until next time.
We got 28 minutes left. I thought
Okay.
that was kind of
A
cute. I
very
felt
cute
like they
moment,
were
that
actually being more
intimacy.
vulnerable.
I think so.
And I
I was
felt the
very
touching
surprised.
helped.
I was very surprised at Jasmina.
I was very shocked that
Very
she took
surprised.
some lick of accountability.
And she did say that she could see herself being intimate with him.
Yeah, she said
Girl,
she had.
I don't know how you can't
You
see.
keep
He is-
your hands off that man. That man fine as hell.
I'd be like, oh, we are having problems. Let's not worry about it, honey.
let's
Let's just
work it out.
let's just table that and let's see the physical aspect, and then we'll circle back.
around. That's what I think. I think in this situation where
Yeah.
you would have an
You guys
emotional
are already
connection, you would have
married.
friends. I think
Yes.
maybe start with the physical
Yeah.
a little bit,
Yeah.
touching here, a kiss here, a
Yeah.
nibble there, and just see where it goes.
Yeah.
And then it'll
Things will
open
work
up.
itself
But that's
out.
what happened here because they're being intimate, touching, and holding her back and being behind her.
Yeah,
I
I wanted to say something. Okay, let me not be crude. Okay.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it was quite nice.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. But then they were able to open up. You see,
Yeah.
the physical touch helped them
Yes, it really
to
seemed
get
as though
down
she
to
was.
the chest.
You know what it seemed like? It seemed like during that touching phase, she was becoming more open. You could see her physically being like, having those
Because,
feelings. But
she
he
said she does love his arms, though.
Yeah.
She's like, woo, child.
And he was, like, surrounding her.
I thought it was so cute.
Right? Yes. And then, but he still had his walls up until now when, like, once he asked her, she had that first question. And he's like, do you feel like you have been vulnerable with me or intimate? And she's like, I can do better. It's not always all your fault. Like, you could see the shock in his face. Like, whoa, I have never heard this from her before.
Yeah.
So, that was a step in the right direction. I hope they can continue in this vein.
I think his
Because
walls are still up, but he's like
yes, I
peeking
think so.
over. I think he's peeking over a little bit.
Because
Like,
I think his walls are still up. I do think so. And that's
Yeah.
why, Jasmine, if you like him, you don't want to run him away. Because once, he makes up his mind,
I mean, his wall's up, but he's like peeking over, like,
he's peeking over. Yeah.
Is the fire still hot? Like, is the lava still down there?
Wait, is that fire? Does she have fire? What is that I'm seeing?
Or is it still
Or is it
ice
just-
cold? Are we in
yeah.
Iceland still? Is it heating up? Is there any
Yeah.
warmth over there?
Yeah. So I hope that it continues.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. I thought it was quite cute.
I thought it was cute.
They were in bed or whatever, stuff like
She
that. It
combed his beard. It was very nice.
It
and
was so
smooth.
nice. Like, that thing was going. I was like, let me just comb you. Let me put some shea butter on that for you, Michael. Like, hello. Like the shea butter. But yeah, she combed his beard. She was getting a little flirtatious or whatever and stuff.
She was.
And then she said, I didn't cut you off, bruh. Give me my props. He said, and he looked at her like, I'll give you a fist bump.
Week of that.
And he said, I'll give you a fist bump. She's like, well, what's that?
He's like, what?
Give me my props.
That was funny.
So cute.
That was cute.
So it shows that she's opening up and she's feeling comfortable to be joking with him and all that stuff.
And he should have leaned towards her, but he's still kind of cautious.
Yeah,
because
sure.
of everything, yeah.
Well, when you accuse me of being aggressive, let you not come and accuse me of something else. So let me just wait till you make the first move.
Yeah, at this point. She should have probably said, I think we can try kissing.
I think she should have just leaned in. Catch him by surprise. He's like,
like,
what's that? And he's like, okay.
Look, and then she would have been like, I'm leaning in. Leaning in where? Where are you going? Leaning in towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Well, I think the physical in this situation is probably best, and then the emotional will come.
Yeah, I think so.
I know, you and I, that was we both first had hope for Jasmine and Michael.
Yes, absolutely.
So, it's like, it's not around the riverband, but I'm looking out from the grass, looking at the riverband, like, can I get into the boat like Pocahontas? Just around the riverband.
I know. So, I mean,
we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
You got 5 minutes left.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Take this mic off me or y'all gonna see real Katina. I wonder what he saw on her phone.
I don't know.
It probably wasn't even anything serious, but of course he blew it up into a molehill. I
can't. I just had a headache just doing that anyway.
But I do think that
okay, who is this person? Hold on, let's just see who this person is.
So listen, we actually worked together before.
We did?
Oh yeah, everyone knows you. Of course, you're hilarious, comedian, actor.
No one knows
filmmaker,
him.
Completely multi-talented.
Nobody even knew you.
To help me out.
I saw her on a Tyler Perry movie. That was it.
That you were a married at first sight super fan. Please tell me the story.
So,
2020
pandemic, we're all at home. My wife stumbles across this show.
The Bold and the Beautiful.
Episode. You know how many
Oh, he's the host of that soap opera that grandma be watching.
He's the host of it? I didn't know they had a host of it.
I didn't know either, but that's what they said.
We watch every season. So we have a Bold and Beautiful podcast where we review it.
Bold and the Beautiful.
I'm going to keep it real.
Bold.
It's bold. They
Because,
said bold.
No, it said bold because it said BALD, and I was wondering. I said bold and beautiful, but no, it was actually bold. It was BALD. He's bold. So he has a podcast where he's the host of the Bold and the Beautiful, and him and his bald friends were watching Marriage at First Sight. So he's a super fan of the show, and that's why he's there.
No one gives a damn. Why the hell you on this show?
Because he's bald and beautiful.
He ain't cute, and he ain't a cute bald person.
Yeah.
Only by any. He's irrelevant. Let's wrap this up. I mean, who is this fool?
Yeah,
Wine glass way high.
I did it. Maybe he called in to say that. Anyway, moving right along. Okay, so next week, let's just keep it moving. Next week we will be
back. But it seems like there's going to be some interesting stuff
drama between
Olajuwon's crying again for the 15th time this year
during the decision day. Of course, when he's trying to get the sympathy of the
woman or man or whatever.
Of the who else? Pastor Cal and his minions. He's trying to get their sympathy, and
not minions,
because
Mom.
they're not, because obviously they're not agreeing with him. So yeah, moving right along. Ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, it seems that everything, all of them actually seem to be having an issue. Even Michael
she said, I think she said, kiss my ass to Steve. I think Michael said, like, could you be doing more? Of course you can be doing more. And then Katina got upset with him, and he was checking her phone. Very obsessive.
And then started crying, of course, when he's acting the plum fool.
And then Lindsay got upset with Mark, and Mark was like, don't touch me. Don't touch me like that, or whatever. You give me intimacy, and then you take it away. Girl, you said this man had a small weenie. He wasn't pleasing you. Cut your losses. Ain't nobody got time to be having bad sex for the rest of their life. Yeah. And then taking away the bad sex and then giving it back when you feel like. It's too much.
I know,
it's too much, girl. Why are you suffering for?
I know.
And she said she's actually used to dating big fish. Men who had themselves together, who had money, who were established, who would woo her. Mm-hmm. Girl, go that route. Because I want to...
Obviously, they were older, right?
Yeah.
So she likes to be wooed, but maybe the sex wasn't that great either. So, I don't know.
I'm sure. I don't know.
Anywho.
It's so hard for women. It's like we have to wait so damn long just to find the right person.
No, you don't have to wait. I mean, it's not about you waiting to find someone. It's about you living your life until that one true love comes along. But you live your life. You're not waiting for nobody. You live your life. Travel, all the things that you want to do with a partner, go do it for yourself. And go do it with yourself. And go do it with your girlfriends and all of that stuff. Go do it with your family. Live your life, enjoy your life. And and honestly, it's true, when you're not really looking, here they are. Live your life. I know it's been kind of hard for people to just live their life and do what they were used to doing because of the pandemic, kind of arrested a lot of people, but yeah, that's kind of, the cover is lifting up from that, so you can go back to living your life. And then no woman has to be waiting on any true love coming. I mean, really, there's plenty of time for marriage. Plenty. You have plenty of time. Especially if you're in your 20s. You have plenty of time. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy it. Do those things that you want to do. Yeah. And it will happen. Eventually.
Well, thank you guys for watching. It is Mary.
And Amma.
We invite you guys to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe. But we thank you for coming and watching us.
I know. 200 subscribers.
205.
Oh, wow. It's 205 now. Oh, wow. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.